beginning of round 2 out at sea. Join us. So we hadn't even made it out of the harbor basically when Mike spotted a buddy of his who was washing his boat over on the side, and we stopped to chat, and he was telling us about on these other weather apps that he uses, the weather looks like it's going to be really bad starting on Wednesday, I think Wednesday night. All that to say, it looks like it's going to be a shorter trip than we'd even anticipated, and even with that, it looks like it's going to be pretty rough weather. So it should be an adventure. It's supposed to blow pretty hard, like the whole time, it sounds like. And yeah, a lot of rain too, so it's gonna be fun. We're coming in hot to Nwitty Bar again. That's the spot where the depth changes dramatically very suddenly, and you can sometimes get these vertical waves. Again, it doesn't look like we're going to see those vertical waves. It seems like the weather conditions are not favorable for that. But this is the mouth of the Golitas Channel, and after we pass Hope Island here, we're going to be in the open Pacific once again. Sunny day now. Our second fishing trip out in the open ocean here. So far our catch in these 2 days has been about 1/3 of what it was per day for our first trip out, so it's been a little bit disappointing. So Mike has gotten in contact with the rest of the fleet, and they're about 120 nautical miles north of us up near the Charlottes, the Haida Gwaii archipelago, and apparently there's a lot of fish there, so he's decided that we're going to head up that way and try our luck up in the Charlottes. So it looks like I will get to see the Charlotte Islands after all. It took almost a whole day of travel, but we are now near the Charlotte Islands. This is the first time I've seen them, and we were about 7 miles offshore, 11 kilometers. I think we might be a bit closer now because I can see a lot of detail on the mountainous terrain, and they look pretty spectacular, pretty rugged and off the beaten path. I feel like not a lot of people come up this way. And so we're still on our way to the optimal fishing grounds where the rest of the fleet is. We haven't even gotten there yet, and we've caught at least 40 fish in only maybe 4 or 5 hours of fishing so far today, and every single one of them has been large, would fall into the large category. Compared to our first trip out to sea, over 900 fish caught, at least 3/4 were small, and the last quarter was large, and virtually no mediums. So this has been quite a well, it's been different catching only large. That's great, you know. If our average poundage is like up to 25 pounds or something, 40 large 25 pounders, that's already 1,000 pounds of fish. Day 4 of this fishing trip. Day 4 fishing, day 5 out at sea. It's been a slow morning so far. We're on our way to try to find some more of these big fish. But the slow moments are a lot more bearable when you've got Haida Gwaii to look at out there. So this is it. This is Haida Gwaii. This is probably the closest that I will see the Haida Gwaii archipelago, formerly known as the Queen Charlotte Islands. It's supposed to blow pretty hard out on the open ocean today and tomorrow, so we came into this little inlet here to seek shelter. The water is totally calm. It's a huge relief. There's no rocking of the boat at all. It has been raining the whole time, but not even a big deal. I took I wiped myself down with a wet rag this morning. I feel the cleanest I've felt since we've been out to sea, and I'm just looking forward to having a chill, relaxed day here in this little inlet. And it is unbelievably serene and peaceful. Other than the couple of boats anchored in this inlet, there's not a sign of human life. Everything is completely untouched. Just serene mountains and forest all around. Well, I just got word that we're setting off back for open sea at about 5 or 5:30 tomorrow morning, so I won't get to see this area in the light tomorrow. So it was a really much needed day of rest and relaxation in a serene place, all the same though, so I'm really glad that we had a chance to hang out here. And this might be the only part of the Charlotte Islands or Haida Gwaii Islands that I will see up close like this. I'm not sure if we'll end up anchoring anywhere else among the islands. We're going back out to sea for a few more days of fishing until either weather turns bad or until we fill the freezer, and then heading probably back to Port Hardy to sell our fish and hopefully home after that. So yeah, this was a cool stop here in the Haida Gwaii archipelago. And we're off a little bit later than I thought we would be. It's almost sunrise. It's already pretty light out. Heading back out to sea for the second leg of this trip, our second fishing trip. Hopefully get that freezer full in 3 days or so and head back to Hardy. Call it a season. That's what I'm hoping. Heading back to Haida Gwaii. We just fished 2 more days since our last, 3 more days since our last little anchorage in Haida Gwaii, and it's supposed to be bad weather tonight and maybe tomorrow and the day after. So now we're further south along the Haida Gwaii archipelago. We're going to go anchor in an inlet, and this time it's light out as we arrive, so I can actually get some cool footage of the island. Man, is it jagged and rugged looking and untamed. I don't know how long we're going to be here this time. I thought the plan was just for the night and go back out tomorrow, but we'll see. heading south now back to Hardy, and so we're running down the west side of the Charlotte Islands, the Haida Gwaii archipelago, and we've come to the southernmost point. The archipelago is in the shape of a triangle, and so at the bottom, at the southern end of the archipelago, kind of comes to a single point, and this is it. You can kind of see where the islands narrow there, and then it's just a few small rocks, and then nothing. That's it for Haida Gwaii, Charlotte Islands. Okay, another complete change of plans. We were on our way to Hardy. We were like literally on our way home. I believed it was over once again, but now we've completely changed our plans. We're gonna go down the west side of Vancouver Island to try to squeeze in 3 more days of fishing apparently. We've got maybe 4 or maybe 5 days of fuel left and a tiny bit of space left in our freezer to squeeze in a few more fish. So I'm convinced that we're never going back to land. I'll just be out at sea for the rest of my life. There's this little town called Winter Harbor. It's apparently not even a town, it's just a little spot where boats can refuel. Nothing to buy there, and no way to sell our fish there, so we'll see. I'm just gonna end this video here. I'll check in the next video. We'll see if I'm still at sea. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.